Welcome to the Exposer. So we all know right now Spac Nation are trending. And I mentioned in a video before that the Hope Dealers are planning to release a song soon. Well, in recent times, they mentioned that the song would be called Panorama. They actually performed the song at their service yesterday. So I'm not going to bother playing the song to give them any sort of promotion. But I will play a part where Alexander Kenlock, so the Hope Dealer that apparently covers his face because he was accepted in top universities, clashes the Exposer. Doesn't really say anything spectacular. So it's not really a diss of a sort, but he's trying to downplay the whole exposing thing.
Trying to fly that boat. I was on Brixton Road trying to feed some souls. Had the jakes all searching clothes. I let the whole ends in my home. I was exposed before the exposed. And I'm still on the glide with Rose. One hand out the ride, that where's my...
So you mentioned that you're feeding souls and you let the whole ends in your home. First of all, you don't have a home and you don't own a home. The home that you're living in is under the name of a lady who was allegedly assaulted by another one of your pastors, Kevin to be precise. Yeah, she's the one that took out a house under her name, and she's no longer part of your cult and no longer part of this trap house that you live in. You share a room with Kevin, and the only reason people living in this house is because you are recruiting young people to come in, and you need to change that bar to feeding souls to exploiting souls, because you are the pastor that came out and said you're pressuring a 16-year-old to be giving you £100 a week, and you encouraged her to do cleaning so that she can fund for seed. You're also the same person who abandoned the football career for Spac Nation. You're also the same person who allegedly allowed your family to be conned by this man that you call your father, PT. You're also the same man who mentioned that God is in debt. And you're also the same man who spoke about raising lines of 2k a week. So please, you're trying to promote a song. You're trying to use the Exposer to get a hype. The Exposer has influenced you lot, the whole Spac Nation, to start doing documentaries. And you fail again to respond to any of the allegation. You're afraid to even be questioned. If you really want to tell the truth, allow someone else to question you. Someone that doesn't go to Spac Nation. It doesn't even have to be someone that agrees with the videos that I put out, but someone who just wants to ask you the questions that we all want Spac Nation to respond to. So you're not basically responding to any allegations. So this track that you lot are putting out is garbage, it's trash. Even if it gets views, it's because you're using the expose inside your video. You're trying to obviously get a bit of fame, a bit of popularity from it, but guess what? You may get the popularity from it, but for the wrong reasons. Nobody is going to pay for a Hope Dealers concert, and nobody has and nobody will. The Hope Dealers only have one hit single, and that was done by TK, who's no longer part of your organization. So you're banned from even performing Trap Mash. So since then, we know you've put out songs that have been trash. You've had no views from it. The reception was poor. At your height, you'll continue to perform at Spac Nation because that's the only place that you can encourage members to jump up and pretend that they're enjoying the songs. So everything that you guys are doing, it's not strategic. It's not smart. Just because 200 or 300 members in your congregation are jumping up and down, that doesn't mean that the world are going to see it in the same way. Believe that when this song comes out, you guys will get the most dislikes you've ever got in your whole life. You probably won't read the comments. And it's not because people are hating, it's because people know that you guys' music is trash. As a matter of fact, like I said before, you're no longer the Hope Dealers, you're the Nope Dealers or the Dope Dealers, whatever you want to call yourself, because the originators from the Hope Dealers are no longer there. So stop using their name. Try and come up with your own idea, create your own group, call it the Spac Nation group, whatever you don't want to call yourself, because you're bringing shame to someone who's very talented that created this group. And you're proud to be using the name of his group to continue your own careers. You've performed probably once, and that's in a nightclub. That's probably like the highest amount of people you guys have ever performed in front of. I'm not going to include Spac Nation because Spac Nation is supposed to be a church or an organization, so that doesn't count. You guys did your concert in Spac Nation, well, you named it a concert, and which was free, by the way. People came to it. You guys only had like 2 songs to perform. So everything people were hearing is freestyles. So stop wasting people's time. You can use the Exposer's name in your tracks, but just hope that this song that comes out is excellent, because if it's not excellent, then you would have used the Exposer to gain views for no reason. Your own best friend left Spac Nation. You distance yourself from him. That says a lot about you as a person. You're willing to sell your soul for PT. You sold out your parents. You sold out your family. You sold out your friends for this man. And I know it's almost impossible for you to leave Spac Nation because you're one of the major players in getting people to take out loans. You're one of the major players that's encouraged a lot of young people to be getting themselves in debt or getting themselves in trouble just to raise seed for you. So you've got to look yourself in the mirror because everything that you're living is a lie. Everybody knows that. Alexander Kenlock is a guy that's been lying for a long time. Wearing a mask saying that he was accepted at top universities. I'm not going to talk about his grades again. If you want to see the exposing of Alexander Kenlock, look at the old exposing video that I did on him. So just know that this guy is a living lie. And I pray to God that his heart changes and that he realizes that, you know what, his friends left Spac Nation for a very good reason. You saw him on the panorama yesterday. What are you going to say? If someone like him that you've known for so many years can go on BBC One, show his face to the whole world and talk about this cult, does that not make you understand that there's something that's not right? Someone close to you, are you going to also say that he's talking rubbish? Come on. This is absolutely ridiculous. The fact that these guys can make a song called Panorama and then mention the exposer on the track, they're probably going to mention a lot of other people on it, lets us know that they're very unsettled. They're very unsettled. They have to do everything they can to try and defend themselves. And we saw that from the performance yesterday at their service. The nervousness going on around the whole church. Everyone pretended to be happy when deep down we all know you guys are scared and afraid. All of them are afraid because I don't know. The police can come to that house at any minute now. So the fear is just making them so paranoid to a point where now they have to convince themselves that everything is okay. PT is convincing himself, talking about 7 lawyers told him that the panorama was rubbish. If the panorama was rubbish, why are you making a song called Panorama? It's because you know that Panorama had a major effect in more members leaving yesterday.